Greetings, what's up to everyone who is just watching this live and watching the replay. So, if you guys could hear me, if you guys could see me too, when it comes to with this podcast, I appreciate you for throughout the day, especially if you're watching this in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening as well too. So, whatever time that you're watching this too, especially when it comes to with this podcast, and if you guys could hear me, if you guys could see me too, just feel free to let me know, especially for those who are watching the replay. So I welcome you guys to another Wellness Wednesday Solutions podcast. It's been a minute since I did this particular podcast as well. And especially for anyone who loves the topic of wellness, literally and figuratively too, when it comes to with that. So when it comes to with the topic of wellness, talking about it literally and figuratively, voting for any topics you wanted to see or even activities like with the personal readings, energy healing discussions, or self healing energy or self energy healing meditations and all that, or all the above too. So, yeah, if you guys want to just stick around for just like an hour or so, just to chop it up, to learn something new, to really just enjoy yourselves as well, you're in the right place at the right time. So, I appreciate you for really just being here too. So, yeah, and especially when it comes to the topic of wellness and really just explore like talking about it too, because with me personally, and I always say this a lot too in my podcast, just really recognizing that I really just talking about it too in every category, and even just like with the body, with our mind, with our heart, and especially as I'm in continuing to educate myself, and especially in different kind of like wellness topics too, or even just practices as well. And just when it comes to with that, we can really just practice wellness in so many ways and can really just look different for a lot of people too, because we're different. We come from different backgrounds, cultures, circumstances, you name it too. So whether you're broke or rich, black or white, straight or gay, whatever this place is for you, especially if you want to learn wellness from an ethical, genuine, and healthy place and space as well. So when it comes to with that, and especially when it comes to with this podcast, and just today too, I was just really researching some wellness topics, just really talking about with energy too, and some things came up to me interesting too that I really want to share with you guys too, if you're open to really just listening, especially if you're watching a replay too, this is for you as well. And especially when it comes to with energy, and just like not like energy as you power up your car and all that, but energy as in the wellness kind of topic too for your energy body. And it's really interesting. And especially when it comes to with like certain parts of our body too that hold energy, from our hips to our feet to our throat to our heads, our foreheads, our, you know, everywhere too, even with our third eye as well. And it's just when it comes to with like energy that's no longer needed, that feels kind of stuck too. If you guys are open to talking about that as well, you're more than welcome to do so. Because lately too, and really just, researching with my own kind of like teachings and all that, even just doing some research and being certified in certain, wellness topics too, when it comes to with that over the last, I should say 9 years or so too. It's really interesting. I'm the kind of person that just wants to really just be there for people to help them. Not in the ways I'm trying to be predatory, but just really from a genuine space. I don't want to just take all your money or anything like that. I'm not predatory like that. It's just like a way for people to really just, if I can really help you in certain areas when it comes to with like wellness topics, like with Reiki or with, somatic healing or somatic yoga or any kind of topics too, then, or even just like, like a Oracle tarot reading too, like a message, three cards, four, five, six. I mean, and hey, I'm doing my job right too. So when it comes to with that, and even just using like other products too, when it comes to with that, I can help you to really just, balance your energy and also to help you to really just release as well. And even just with that too, if you're just open to really just listening and talking about that for a minute too. So when it comes to with like stuck energy, and especially, you know, in the wellness kind of topic too, it's everywhere, from our products to the things that we touch in our cells, bones, muscles, you know, everything around us is energy. Even like with this product too that I'm touching, it's energy, just really, you know, sticking to the topic of that. And even just with that too, and it's just, I just really find it amazing how the human body, and especially with us too, as human beings, we can really just find ways to really just to release and to let go, but also to really just, question and to really just be aware of things too. Even just being aware of our own energetic body and how it really feels in the moment right now. And especially for those who are just, who kind of feel stuck too. If you've went to certain places trying to get some help, wondering what's feeling wrong too, and most people say that you're okay, but you don't feel okay too, then there might be something there. Not trying to say that I'm a doctor or anything like that. I want to make a disclaimer out there for anyone who's just listening. I am not a doctor. I am not a licensed therapist. I'm just a life coach specialized in certain wellness topics or wellness modalities too, when it comes to with that. And even just with that too, and just really talking about it and just really practicing over the last 9 years or so too. And just when it comes to with that, wellness comes in so many forms for so many people. But when it comes to like how you can really just, you know, maintain your energy and to really practicing wellness too can really just be helpful. And let's say, for example, right, when it comes to if you're like a reader, per se, if you love, using oracle readings or cards such as this, or just like in other cards too. And if your hands feel kind of like, kind of like has some like muscle spasms and all that too, like you could really use like a product too, kind of like with Deep Blue, as you guys can see here too, the Deep Blue stick from doTERRA, which is like a kind of like a powerful ointment. You can really just apply it to your hands, just really one rubbing it once on your wrists or just like right near where those areas are too, to help you to really just relax those muscles, especially if you're shuffling cards, if you're grabbing something, or if you're just active or on the go too, if you're at the gym, you can really just apply this product too. And especially if you feel like you're feeling stiff or if you feel like your energy's out of whack, or especially within your body too, you can really just, wipe that stick down and just really, wipe it onto like near your neck or anything like that too, when it comes to with that. So again, it's just like an example too when it comes to with wellness, just like using like a powerful ointment like the Deep Blue stick here too, when it comes to with that. And if you guys are all interested in just, getting this product for yourself, especially from me too, if you want to support me on my work when it comes to with just, getting some self-care products, I can help you along the way as well when it comes to with the Deep Blue stick. You're always welcome to check out my referral link, which is in the links in the description of this podcast, and especially in the chat too, if you ever want to check it out to get like a referral. You get like a whole membership for free when it comes to it. Especially if you get something to like a Deep Blue stick, it'll just only cost you like around 28 bucks or so, which is like a really cool deal too when it comes to with that. So just something in mind too. I'm not trying to be salesy or trying to shove something down your throat too. I'm just really want to express how you can really just take care of your body, especially when it comes to with your energy. If your fans feel like they're like weak or just like stressed out or painful, you can really use like a awesome product like Deep Blue, which is like a combination of mint and copaiba, which helps relax the muscles. So when it comes to with the peppermint, you can really use that on your wrists or on your feet, on your ankles, your shins, your hips, your back, your upper spine, your middle spine too, when it comes to with that. And really just, applying this to the best way that you can as well. Any part of the body too that really just needs that TLC, So, and especially, nowadays too, like how things are, this looks really interesting. And again, like for anyone who's just watching this podcast, it's just, I really saw an interesting video, and it really has to do with the topics of energy, especially with the chakras and all that, for those who don't know, which is kind of like spinning wheels of energy in our certain places in our bodies in Sanskrit too. And especially when it comes to like with like the earth star chakra with our sacral, not sacral, but with our root chakras and our sacral, then our solar plexus and our heart chakra, our throat chakra, our third eye, our crown chakra, and the soul star chakra too. And it's just when it comes to with that, and especially when it comes to with how you can really just balancing your chakras too when it comes to with that, and even just like other people sharing information about that when it comes to with certain top wellness topics. It's really good to listen, but also it's really good to question everything too, because sometimes too, like some people say this is the only way you can really balance this kind of energy too. And there might be right in some cases too. Some chakras work in pairs, which is true. And some you can really just figure out on your own as well, if I'm not mistaken. So when it comes to with that, because I'm in the West, I don't, I mean, I know about the chakras, but in other cultures, especially East Asian cultures too, they probably know a lot more than I ever will too. I'm not trying to downplay my own intelligence or knowledge. It's just I'm just really speaking facts here, but giving credit where credit's due when it comes to with that. So again, it's just really interesting, and especially how when it comes to with our own energy, how we can really just balance and take care of our own energy too. We can really just do it in so many different ways, especially if we're just out and about, or even just expressing ourselves too, or with our body, with our energy, with our emotions, with our mind, any kind of way too, literally and metaphorically too. So it's just really interesting. And for anyone who's listening, even watching this live too, whatever that floats your boat, which is totally cool. So when it comes to with that, I'm about to share a video too, just really quick too, if you guys ever want to just, you know, like question what this person has to say. I'm not trying to downplay what they have to say. It's just like the information that you're about to listen to might be a little bit, I say graphic, but also really kind of like eye opening too. Not in a good way, in a bad way, but it's just something that if you guys are open to listening to as well when it comes to with that. So without further ado, when it comes to with that, and let's me play this too. So let me stop flapping my guns and get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Okay, so let me see if I can put it on the screen. So here's what I'm talking about when it comes to with what I just found earlier. I think it was the other day. I was hanging out with my friend on social media, and me and her are just wondering, like, what the heck is she talking about? I'm nothing against this person. I believe her. I think her name is Janelle Gordon. I have nothing against her again. But there is some stuff that it's just like, huh, is that actually true when it comes to with it? And it's good to question things too, because being aware about certain things that are true or not is really good to really use our due diligence to really just like figure out stuff, just really being curious if it's true or not. Because I know in the wellness spaces, they say not to be judgmental, but at the same time, they say it's good to really question everything too, if I'm not mistaken. So when it comes to with this, and I'm about to play this video too, what you're about to hear, if you're in a public space or a space where you need to focus, I suggest you to really just watch this part for later. But if you're in an open space in your home, if you have time to just listen in a really, appropriate space as well too, you're more than welcome to listen as well. So just putting that disclaimer out there, and especially for anyone who's listening to this. So let's play this clip, shall we?
When a woman actually can do deep throating with her partner's lingam, that actually can heal trauma.
Wow.
It can release untrapped emotions. The unsuppressed desires and emotional release that can happen in deep throating is immense. If a woman is suppressing her voice, her needs, her desires, that there's a spot right here in the throat chakra. This is where the throat chakra sits. When you deep throat, that gets activated. So, we have nadis and energy centers all over the body, and one of them's here. When a woman actually can do deep throating with her partner's lingam, that actually can heal trauma.
Wow.
It can release
So that was pretty quick too, and there's like a lot of comments saying about that too. And I just really find that, find that really, I don't know, when it comes to with the throat chakra, it's really all about expressing yourself and really getting your point across and really just expressing yourself not only with your voice, but also with your body too, with your mind, with your energy, etc. And when it comes to with that, and especially what Janelle Gordon was talking about, and it's, especially as like life coaches and wellness practitioners too, if we're, it's really, it's really good to know that to really just be careful what we say too. Now, I'm not trying to like, like silence her voice or anything like that too, but just really putting that message out there. It's just like, healing trauma. It's not as easy as it think. It's just like doing that kind of activity. It takes like a lot of work to do that. And especially when it comes to getting like specialized kind of help too, when it comes to with that. And just really putting that information out there can really just be dangerous. So it's kind of like if I say something like that, you know, I might get canceled. So it's like, what the hell? Like, what was she talking about, when it comes to with that? And again, when it comes to with the throat chakra and really just understanding that too, when it comes to with that, it's really good to for anybody too who's listening, just to really, understanding your own throat chakra, really to learn how to get a point across without having to just like scream at somebody or anything like that too. And really just doing that in ways that's just feels right to you too. And, again, like I said before, like the wellness comes in so many ways for different people because we're all different, which is not a bad thing too. And it's just like when it comes to with wellness too, and with your throat chakra especially, just really getting your point across, expressing yourself, really getting your point across too. Even if it feels difficult, especially if you've had trouble with that in the past. Like even like with me, I had trouble expressing myself too. Even till this day, I'm just really learning how to really just using my throat chakra to really just expressing my words and even just really going with the flow too, listening to music with our body and all that. Because the throat chakra is more all about speaking your truth. It's all about listening as well, listening with your body, voice with your voice and all that too. And it's just really important for people to really just explore that and to recognize that within themselves and really just balancing that really just feels right for them. Because I can say like, how many ways you can really just balance in your throat chakra and all that, or Janelle or anything like that. But it's really up to you how you can really just do that because you are your own healer. I I could show you the ways how to do that, but it's really up to you guys to really just doing that too. So hopefully that made sense to anyone who's just listening or even just like watching this live or watching a replay too. So when it comes to with that and even just, if you want to use like physically just like help find ways to really just balance in your throat chakra. You can really use products like let me see if I could put this right here, like the deep blue stick right here too, and just really, applying it to like the, sides of your neck or the back of your neck. If your neck feels sore or if your throat feels kind of like, dry too or anything like that. Or just really, getting some water too, if you, as you guys can see too. Just wherever that helps you to really just express yourself, to balance your throat chakra energies too, when it comes to with that. And really just doing it in the ways that just feels right to you, basically. So if that makes sense to you guys, especially to any man or woman out there who is listening to this too, feel free to share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts because, you know, when it comes to wellness again too, it's, one size can't fit everybody too. What's up, Maximum? Yeah. I mean, I get that too, brother. And it's just like, man, I don't know how to express it too. It's just, even with the stuff that I'm got certified in, and just been practicing over the years, it's just like I could show people like how to really just balance their throat chakra. But when it comes to them just figuring it out for themselves, it's really their choice too. So it's just like, you know, just really showing them the way basically when it comes to being like a wellness coach, however you want me to call myself too. And it's just even with me now, just talking about it, it's just um, I just really like to educate myself and to really continue to educate myself because I don't know everything, but I know some things when it comes to with wellness and all that. And it's just when it comes to with that. And for anyone who's just listening and watching this podcast, watching the replay and just soaking up all this information, even with the video that we're reacting to as well. So yeah, thanks, man. I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. I hate to brag, but I just like to share knowledge for the sake of knowledge in a ethical, genuine, and healthy space. And just like, people have different opinions, which is totally cool, by the way. So there's nothing wrong with that, having a different opinion especially when it comes to with wellness topics, like with energy healing and all that. And just like for people, how they can really just practicing just let me see if I go back when it comes to with their throat chakra too, just really exploring that and truly just figuring it out for themselves, especially how to really just speak confidently without having to just like raise your voice or to really just getting your point across too, and to really just speak up when you need to speak up. If you need to stand up for yourself, if you need to just like get something that you really need for your own well-being, especially not for yourself, but like for other people too. Because, you get like the old saying goes, you gotta take care of yourself because if you don't, it's just, some crazy stuff happens. And, you can't save the world or protect the world if you can't protect and take care of yourself, So it's just, it's really good for people and especially for anyone who's listening out there too, to really just, to really what's the word for it to take care of yourself in the ways that really just feels right for you for your well-being, especially if you're a man, if you like to be active on the road, just really doing that too in a ways too, even if you need to like have like a product like the deep blue stick when it comes to with that, and even just to help you to relax your muscles to or balance your energy, anything like that too. Or if you're a woman too, for the same boat in different ways, just really figuring out how to really just balancing your throat chakra, connect with your voice, speak your truth, stand up for yourself, those kind of things too. So when it comes to with that, and even just like learning a new perspective, if you're open to that as well. So yeah, and for anyone who's just for anyone who missed that video too, I'll play it again before I go some messages throughout the day too when it comes to with that. So let me see if I can bring this back. Remove. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna play this again. And again, when it comes to with this video, feel free to share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about this video too. If you like Janelle Gordon or not, that makes sense too. Me, I kind of like 50-50. Some stuff she says, it's really wild and out there. Some, it kind of makes sense too if you really just listen to her. So I'm going to play this video again. And again, if you're in a public space that's not appropriate for listening to like, powerful information like this, especially when it comes to like with wellness and with, intimacy and all that too, then feel free to, watch this at a later time. But if you can, I mean, hey, feel free to listen and watch too. So let me play it again.
When a woman actually can do deep throating with her partner's lingam, that actually can heal trauma.
Wow.
It can release untrapped emotions. The unsuppressed desires and emotional release that can happen in deep throating is immense. If a woman is suppressing her voice, her needs, her desires, that there's a spot right here in the throat chakra. This is where the throat chakra sits. When you deep throat, that gets activated. So, we have nadis and energy centers all over the body, and one of them's here. When a woman actually can do deep throating with her partner.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's crazy information, but I'll leave you guys to what she just said too, because I didn't say that. Janelle did. So when it comes to what she has to say, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So for anyone who is still here and listening, if you guys want like a message for today too, especially when it comes to with these particular messages as well, you're more than welcome to ask me if you want one card, two, three, or four, all of them too, which is 4 decks here. So when it comes to with that, you're more than welcome to ask. If not, I could just pull some cards for today for the collective, just to help you guys learn something, gain new perspective and all that. And yeah, wherever that floats your boat. So I'll give you guys like a few minutes. If I don't see any questions, I will, pull some cards for the collective basically too. So shout out to Maximum, to all the people who are watching this. What's up? What's up? What's up? I see you guys. I appreciate you, especially throughout the day too. I know you guys are busy doing what you need to do, playing video games and making money and all that too. Well, you want to play it? I'll play it again just to get like an understanding. Basically, she's mentioning like how I'm not sure if it's appropriate to say on YouTube, but let me try to rephrase that. She's saying like a certain kind of activity can help you to really just, heal your trauma in your throat, which it really just breaking it down, it sounds wild, just like the way that she says it too. And, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about it because I'm a dude and we're dudes too, but I know with other people might feel a certain way about it too. And I've seen videos of other people just roasting her about it too. And it's like with me, me personally, just let me see if I could go back to that video again too, just like how she's just talking about that. I'll play it again one more time if you want to get like an understanding of it too.
When a woman actually can do deep throating with her partner's lingam, that actually can heal trauma.
Wow.
It can release untrapped emotions. The unsuppressed desires and emotional release that can happen in deep throating is immense. If a woman is suppressing her voice, her needs, her desires, that there's a spot right here in the throat chakra. This is where the throat chakra sits. When you deep throat, that gets activated. So, we have nadis and energy centers all over the body, and one of them's here. When a woman actually can do deep throating with her partner's lingam, that actually can.
Okay. So in the ways too, it sounds like some spicy stuff here like this.
Sound like a porno star.
Like what the heck? But if you really just listen, there's one thing that she said that was right. It's just like when it comes to with like having like a suppressed voice, like if you have trouble just getting your point across with your voice, that can really just be an indicator for just like if your throat chakra is kind of like what's the word for it? Not underbalanced too. And just like how you can really just counter that is to really just figuring out how you can really just get your point across in a ways that doesn't feel kind of like heavy, if that makes sense too. So it's kind of like, for example, like let's say like you are having a debate about someone and they're just saying like, oh, I think this game is better than this one. And then, you can really just like say like, hey, I think this game is just as good or even better than this one. But then it's kind of like, the other person is saying like, hey, I think you're wrong about that too. And you can say like, you know what, you're entitled to how you're feeling and your opinion. And that alone, when it comes to just not only standing up for yourself, but really speaking your truth to where you don't have to put someone down, that's a way for people and anyone in general can help to just balancing their throat chakras too. You can really just get your point across without having to yell at somebody or put them down or over talk to somebody too. Because if you guys ever noticed if someone is really over talking, if they're just being loud for no kind of reason, they just won't let you speak or anything like that too. It could be with anybody from family to friends to lovers, etc. That's like an indicator for somebody who has like a overactive kind of like throat chakra. And if they don't not willing to listen, to not let you to really just get your point across, that's something to really just be aware of too when it comes to with that. Just for information too, because let me see if I could put this there. So like you see on the graph here too, just like suppressed feelings is like an underactive throat chakra, and overactive is just like excessive talking, inability to listen, being loud. It really just be those key indicators when it comes to with the throat chakra, when it comes to with that, and just really being aware of that too, and especially with yourself too, if you've been doing that, or have you been doing that, not just to beat yourself down about that too when it comes to with that, but also just being aware of it too with yourself, and even just noticing that with other people, just to if they have like a overactive or underactive throat chakra, or even a balanced one too, just like because it's good to really just getting our point across, talking about certain things, expressing ourselves, questioning everything, but also at the same time it's really good to listen, to let other people speak their truth too in ways that's just really healthy, if that makes sense. So when it comes to with that, and especially with this topic of energy healing too, so hopefully that made sense to anyone who's just watching this podcast, especially for those who are watching this live and watching the replay too. So you're more than welcome to just share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about that too. And also too, I'm going to share a quick kind of like activity that can help you to really just balancing your throat chakra. And if you're open to really just practicing this activity, especially throughout the day too, whether you're in your room, if you're at work, if you're out and about, if you have some time to really just connect with yourself for a moment, really just take like a breather or so, you feel free to practice this fun self energy healing activity too. So if you, to practice this as well, just really finding a place where you can really just feel comfortable, feeling relaxed, relaxing your shoulders, your body, just really relaxing everything too, even your mind. And just really bringing your hands together, just like in prayer too. And as you are doing that, just really being aware of your breath simply by taking a deep breath in with the inhale and releasing the breath out with the exhale. And as you are being aware of your breath, just simply gently bring your hands apart just slightly, just to really feeling some tingling within your hands. And if you feel anything or not too, that's like your own energy. And depending how you feel it, if you don't feel it at all, or if you do, that's totally fine because energy is all around us, from the air to our cells to our hair, even with the things that we touch and see and taste and all that. Just really sensing that energy too, and just really having fun, just really playing with that energy too, just making it like a ball, or really making it like wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with your imagination, just really having fun with that. Even if you want to bring your hands far apart or together, just really having fun with this energy, because this is your own energy, and how you really want to express that is really beautiful on its own. So just really taking the time for yourself to really just exploring that, to really, having fun with your energy. And with the next part too, you can really just bring some tapping, and this is called EFT, energy field tapping. Just really bring some gentle tapping towards the sides of your neck or the back of your neck, or the bottom of your neck too, just to really give your throat chakra and your neck too some TLC. Just really practicing that too. And at the same time, just being aware of your breath. Just really taking the time throughout your busy day to really just bringing that clarity and gentleness towards your throat chakra. Because our voice is really powerful, and how we can really just nurture that in an energetic way can really help so much. So just really practicing that and really just doing that throughout your day. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, how much time you have to just to practice that. Even saying like an affirmation for yourself when it comes to with your throat chakra. Like, I have the ability to speak my own truth. I can speak my own truth. Those kind of affirmations, just really connecting with that in a ways that really just feels right to you. And just really, bringing that tapping and really just being gentle with yourself too, energetically and physically for your throat chakra, or even other places too, like with your heart chakra, which is in the middle of your chest. Just really bringing that tapping energy right here too, just really tapping in that area. Or just really bringing that to your forehead too, for your third eye, to help you to really just being aware of stuff too. And really just doing that at the top of your head too, to help you to connect with the divine, connecting with God. And however that feels right for you, just really having fun with that, seeing that affirmation that can help you to bring more clarity, peace, confidence, strength, wherever that feels right to you in this very moment, to help you to release, bring some clarity, and to really just doing that in a really powerful way. And when you're done, just really bringing your hands together and just really thanking yourself for taking the time throughout your busy day to really just bring in some clarity towards your body, towards your energy field, towards your energy body, and just really saying an affirmation for yourself or a mantra that can help you to really just balance your energy and to really just bring you peace of mind and clarity. And as you are taking that deep breath in, taking that deep breath in for how many counts? For 1 count, or 2, or 3, or 4, wherever that feels right to you. And then holding it for 4 counts, 3, 2, or 1, wherever that feels comfortable for you. And when you're ready to release, just exhale the breath out through the mouth or through the nose for 4, 3, or 2, or 1, wherever that feels comfortable for you. And just really open your eyes for a moment. Just really noticing anything that's just changing for you. If it feels, if you feel anything that's changed when it comes to you with your energy, just really expressing that, really noticing that too. Even if you don't recognize it right now, just really having fun with that too when it comes to you with your own energy body and with your body in general too. So hopefully that's helpful for anyone who's just watching this podcast and for those who are watching the replay too. So hopefully that really just has been helpful for anyone who's just watching this live and watching the replay too. So I don't see any questions when it comes to with the readings. So I know people are busy throughout the day, which is totally fine. I'm not trying to stay live here much longer because I know you guys are busy throughout the day. So what I'm about to do is just pull some cards for the collective. So if you guys ever want like a mess, I'm gonna pull some cards for the collective, just to help you to really just bring some perspective throughout the day too, if you're open to just listening as well, and see what we got here too. So let's bring some clarity for today too. Let's see. So it's all about balance. Balance is a good message. Balance, beauty. Okay, that's interesting. Balance, beauty. That's true. Love. And the last message here too. What is the last message here too for the collective that we can all learn from today too? What's this? Detaching from the drama. That's powerful right here too. So let me see if I can organize these messages throughout for anyone who is just watching this too. And so with these collective messages for anyone who's watching this live and watching a replay too, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about these messages, especially if you're watching this for the first time, for the second time, for the third time. How many times you want to watch it, that's totally cool. And especially for anyone who wants to learn a new perspective. So when it comes to you with these particular messages right here, and for anyone who's just, watching this podcast too, feel free to share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about these messages too. So when it comes to you with the first one too, if anyone resonates with this one, it's just to really finding balance in your life as well. And just like how you can really just finding balance within your life and literally and metaphorically, that could help anyone and especially yourself to really just, find that middle ground. So if anything feels kind of extreme, it could be with what you watch, what you see, what you do. It could be with anything. Just really taking the time throughout your busy day to really just finding that middle ground that really just feels right, that doesn't feel too extreme, one end to another, wherever that may be when it comes to with this particular message, and just really finding that middle ground and really just doing your best to do that for your own well-being, especially if you want to do that for your loved ones. It could be for your friends, it could be with your family, it could be with your lovers, acquaintances, etc. Just really taking the time throughout your busy day to really just find that balance and really just doing that in a really powerful way to really find that middle ground when it comes to just not going to one extreme to another, just really find that middle ground in your life too, literally and metaphorically. And what the next message is really all about beauty. So when it comes to beauty, especially with this divine feminine message, and just taking the time throughout your busy day to really appreciating the beauty that you have inside you. And sometimes that can really just be easier said than done when it comes to you with this message. But if you really just break it down and really just break it down in a really healthy way, just really appreciating those beautiful aspects that we have too, not just physically, but also emotionally, energetically, mentally, sexually, and even spiritually too, to where we can really just appreciate every part of ourselves too in a really ethical, genuine, and healthy way. And just really exploring that and really just, appreciating those parts about ourselves too when it comes to with this message, to where we can really just find some peace, some confidence, some strength within ourselves to really just appreciate of who we are as a person, not just for what society tells us who we should be, but also other parts that we have that are beautiful too. Like with our intelligence, with our energy, with our emotions, with our skills, etc. too, when it comes to with this particular message, and really just doing that in a really powerful way that really just feels right to you, to appreciate and understand the most beautiful parts of about ourselves too, and really just you know appreciating that in a really healthy way. And so when it comes to with the next message, which really I was saying before, the previous message is all about love. So when it comes to you with love and just really, expressing that with your own energy, with your masculine energy, to really just appreciating, who you are, and really just showing that love towards yourself, to people that you care about, and even just with your environment too, because love comes in many forms. It's not just all about, when it comes to with intimacy and all that, which it is, but also it's not all about the standards of intimacy too. When it comes to with sexuality and all that, it's, when it comes to love, it's like unconditional love too. Just really having that love for your family, for your friends, for your acquaintances, even for your lovers too, and even with ourselves in a really ethical and genuine and healthy way. And really expressing that with our masculine energy to really just be there for them, to listen to them, even with our pets too, people that we care about in our environment, with our pets, with the environment, the trees, all those kind of things too, when it comes to with this message, and really just expressing that kind of love too with our own masculine energy in ways that really can really just be fulfilling, especially towards ourselves too, first and foremost, because sometimes we could really just be the biggest critical and enemy within ourselves. But when we can really just shift that around and really just loving ourselves unconditionally and in a healthy way too, that can really help a lot of things, especially towards with whatever that you're going through, what we're dealing with. We can really just bring that love back to ourselves in ways that can really just be fulfilling, that can help us to really just bring clarity, peace, strength, joy, anything that you really need within your own well-being too, when it comes to with that. And even if you want to express that to with the people that you care about, it could be with your family, friends, lovers, acquaintances, and even in your environment too, when it comes to with that, expressing that love too for your environment, for the well-being of your environment in your communities, for your pets, for animals, the trees, the elements, you name it too, when it comes to with that, expressing that love too in a really ethical, healthy, or ethical, genuine, and healthy way too, when it comes to with this message. And with the next card that I have too, for anyone who's just watching this live and watching a replay, it's really doing your best to detach from the drama. And I know sometimes drama too can come in many forms, and especially nowadays too on social media, what we watch, what we see, and even the people in our lives too, when it comes to a drama. Sometimes you can't escape from it. It's just like, oh my gosh, even if with things that we're playing too in a video game, if someone's just flying in a Mark II or just kind of like doing some dramatic stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, just, why are they being who they are, But if you really just break it down when it comes to you with this message, just really doing your best to detach from the drama can really help you, or anybody too, to really just be in a better place. Because I know life is so messy and it's hard and it's crazy at the same time. But when you take the time throughout your busy day to really just detach from the drama, it can really help you to find some clarity, some peace, anything that can really just help you to really just bring that peace of mind. Not just for the peace of mind, but also peace of heart too, when it comes to you with this message. So just really doing your best to really just detach from the drama, especially if you're dealing with that from with family, friends. It could be with, anybody online or in person. It could be with your lovers too. Just really detaching from that the best way that you can in an ethical, genuine, and healthy way too, to help you to really just bring more clarity and peace for yourself, and especially for your well-being as well. So just really doing that for yourself and really just detaching from the drama can really help you in so many ways. And kind of like, how you can really just detach from the drama too. Just really say some affirmations like this.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Or you just gotta tell somebody, like, not saying like, well, if you want to say,
shut up, bitch.
So when it comes to with that, or you just gotta say something like,
shut your bitch ass up.
You know what I mean? So for anyone who's just watching this podcast, and just like for anyone who's just needs, learn a new perspective about how you can really just bring some balance for yourself when it comes to finding that middle ground, appreciating the most beautiful aspects about ourselves, who we are as people, even with other people that we care about, acquaintances, family, friends, lovers, and even just, when it comes to expressing that love that we have for people, when it comes to with ourselves, with our acquaintances, our family, our friends, our lovers, with our environment, with our pets, the animals, the elements, the trees, nature, you name it, really using our own masculine energy to really expressing that love too, and really in the most healthiest ways too. And just really doing your best to detach from the drama and to really just letting that bullshit go too when it comes to with that. And especially how you can really just, letting that bullshit go, just really send into another room like this.
The upper room.
So when it comes to with that, and hopefully with these messages for anyone who's just watching this live and watching a replay too, hopefully you guys gain some perspective from this too. I'm not trying to force you to, but if you have gained something from this, especially when it comes to like how you can really just learn a few things about appreciating yourself, finding balance, appreciating the most beautiful aspects of yourself, to love yourself deeply, and even just detaching from the drama too. Just really doing your best to do that, especially to any messages that really just resonate with you when it comes to with this podcast. And I appreciate you for taking the time throughout your busy day, especially if you're watching this in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, wherever that may be when it comes to with this podcast. And I know you guys can't see my face, but you'll see my face on Saturday's podcast too, and especially when it comes to with that. So when it comes to with these particular messages, and for anything that I've shared too, when it comes to the self energy healing meditation, and even just talking about like with the throat chakra too, and the energy bodies, or any, or the chakras, I should say too. I always get those confused too, or not confused, but I always get it like twisted a little bit. But when it comes to with that, hopefully you gain something from this. I'm really doing my best to grow this channel and really just being a better place financially, but also spiritually too when it comes to with that, because I've been holding my gifts and talents back too, to where I just kind of doubted myself, but I'm doing my best to really just shift that around to where I can really just be in a better place financially. And I can be there for people too, doing what I love to do when it comes to stuff like this, doing readings, sharing awesome self-care products too that can help you to relax your energy, your muscles, and all that. And if you guys ever want like a book, like a reading, if you guys want like similar readings like this, or if you want like some products like this too, when it comes to from doTERRA and all that, feel free to check out my links too, which is linked in the chat right now. But also for those who are watching the replay of this podcast too, you're more than welcome to check out my links, which is called allmylinks.com. It has my social media, it has my doTERRA page, and even just like with the forums too, if you ever want to book like a reading or a life coaching session that I'm specializing, if you need like certain help with certain things too, when it comes to somatic healing, it's cognitive behavior therapy, and so much more. So that's pretty much it. And I thank you guys for watching this podcast. I think I might go live on my gaming channel too, if you guys are open to that as well. And it's called Holistic Gaming 2, which is a really cool channel name, in my opinion. But also too, I will be going back live this Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific time if you guys are interested in staying up all night, having fun, being entertained when it comes to with that, with the after hour conversations. So if you guys are open to that, I would love to just hang out with you guys too, especially if it's at night as well. And if not, I'll definitely will be checking you guys, hang out with you guys too. I might go live on my gaming channel, probably like on Friday too or tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know. But at the same time, I hope you guys gain some clarity, some perspective from this podcast, especially for those who are watching this live and watch the replay too, when it comes to with this particular kind of podcast as well. And just like before I go to, I'm going to play a really inspirational message from Bernie Mac, especially when it comes to taking care of yourself and really just appreciating who you are as a person too. So here's this message from Bernie Mac. Rest in power to Bernie Mac. He's one of the GOATs in entertainment. And this is what he has to say.
People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy through all their lips. That's all you do.
That's all you do. And just really making a promise to yourself like this legendary wrestler does too, like this.
And that is a promise.
You know? So, but yeah, if you guys love this podcast, if you guys want to show support, just really flirting with the like button. Kind of like how Captain America does, like this.
Smash
The like button. I really just appreciate all the support too. And I will see you guys around in the social media streets. You guys take care, live your best lives, taking care of yourselves, each other, and your environment too, especially. So, also, if anybody kind of like gives you any kind of crap too, just kick them out of your life like this.
Get the fuck out of here. The fuck.
Or just, say something like this, like, yeah, we don't got time for that shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right. So I'll see you guys around. You guys take care and many blessings.